Have you done all the certifications, all the qualifications? You're following the strategy, you're posting on social media, and you're still not getting paid? This video is for you. This is something that I keep seeing all around me. Really successful, powerful women doing all the things and still complaining that they're not getting the financial results. But it's not just the financial results, they're actually not getting the clients, they're not getting the people, so they get to fulfill on their mission and purpose in the world. Because what I find, it's actually, we want the financial results, right? But most of all, we want to feel fulfilled, right? But we can sometimes maybe try and find clients at a lower rate. And then we maybe go into this vicious cycle of feeling resentful, feeling worried about finances, stressing out, and then going back to another job, not having energy to do what we want in the world, not feeling fulfilled. And that vicious cycle continues. So today I want to talk to you about the reasons why this is happening. And a lot of the time you might have been like, oh, I need another course. I need another training. I need another certification. Oh, I don't know enough. Let me learn more learning. Who has ever been in that cycle? Give me a yes in the comments. It's okay. I don't want to shame you for it. We've all been there. And that's called the imposter syndrome. So you feel like you don't know enough. So you need to learn more or give more, right? But a lot of the time we get stuck in the learning, not even the giving. So, what do you need to do for that? You need to take the action, right? Instead of learning more, you actually need to get to a place where you feel confident. So, let me continue. And by the end of this video, you should have some actionable steps to get paid more, to get paid for your gifts, to actually have clients so that you can give back to the world and feel fulfilled. So sometimes the next thing people think, oh, visibility. I need more followers. I need more eyes on my work. So that is the case depending where you are in your journey. Because at the beginning, it's actually not about having more visibility because it just amplifies what's already there. So if you're feeling like an imposter, more eyes on you is not going to equal to more money. Because if you don't have a sales pathway, if you don't actually know how to sell, more, there's so many accounts. I've been in this industry for so long. There's so many accounts that have like so many followers, and are they making money? No, because they don't know how to sell. They don't have a sales pathway. The next thing that people do is strategy. I need the right strategy. And then you go in the vicious cycle of I need to learn more. I need to learn more. And then you implement the strategy and it's not working. You're looking at Joe Blow, Sally, Molly, and you're like, why is this working for them, but it's not working for me? And the thing is, it's more than strategy. It's the energetics. It's the identity. This is what I'm seeding here and showing you that it's not the skill, it's the identity. It's not the visibility, it's the confidence. It's not strategy, it's energy, right? And yes, you need all of these things, but where it stops working is where you overcompensate with one area and then forget the others, or not even look at the others, or not even know that that's something that's important to look at. And then there's the invisible ceilings, right? So the conditioning of being good, kind, helpful, nice. This is a big one with people pleasers. Anyone here a people pleaser? And what happens is don't be too much. Don't show up too much. Don't charge more than others. Don't charge your worth. Don't charge what you want. Who's going to pay you? Are you crazy? Don't outgrow your environment. This is the biggest one. It's like, don't be the tall poppy. Don't shine too bright. Don't be too happy. Don't be too successful. Don't make more than your partner. Don't make more than your family lineage. What are they going to say? What are they going to do? And this is this tribal conditioning because back in the day, if you were ostracized from the tribe, you would die. So if you're going to be too big and too bright, you're going to die. So what do you want to do here? You want to put yourself in an environment where, because what happens is we are naturally, subconsciously, constantly correlating to our environment. Even if you're like, I don't care about belonging. I don't care. Your subconscious does. Your subconscious wants you to survive. So it's going to morph you. So if you're hanging out with like fives, not tens, you're going to become a five. You're going to be the average of your environment. If you're the big fish in your pond, then you're correlating to the tiny fish. If you are the tiny fish in the ocean, you are going to be raising up, you are going to expand. And it's funny because this is such a good analogy because the fish, a goldfish, it expands to its environment, right? So if you put it in a tiny tank, it's going to stay tiny. If you put it in a big tank, it's going to grow. So that's literally what happens with our energy because we want to survive. So if you're in an environment with entrepreneurs, healers, change makers that are dreaming big, you are going to subconsciously be pulled up to their level. How crazy and cool is that? So, what are you consuming on your social media? Where are you plugging in? And what is your environment? That is something to take an inventory on. And then the other thing that stops people, right? You might be there, you might not be there, is waiting to feel ready for that opt-in, to feel ready for that conversation with that client, to feel ready to launch that thing. I had that with my mystery school. I was like, who am I to teach magic? You know, who am I to teach people how to use their superhuman abilities to life hack through this human experience and business and their mission and their purpose? I'm only blah, blah years old. But then I started to tap into my past lives and I've lived this and embodied this. And when I look back at my life and what I've created in 30 years, I'm like, holy shit, I've done crazier shit than most 70-year-olds. Yeah. And I've only lived half their life. So then I became the walking, breathing testimonial. And I always say, lead with embodiment, be the change you want to see in the world. Don't go around telling people what to do it and inspire them too. So stop waiting, just do it. Because I just did it. I followed my intuition and it led to my biggest launch so far, 70K. It was crazy. It's the most I've ever made. And it was just like such an up level in my identity, in wealth, in holding abundance, and in showing up in my purpose, fulfilled mission. And the other thing that I invite you to look at is where are you the leader? Where are you the authority? And where are you playing the nice person, the nice girl, people pleasing? You know, where do you have strong boundaries? And where are you like coaching in the DMs? Where are you reaching out to people like, oh, I'm so inspired. I want to be your friend. And you're like, oh, yes, let's be friends. Like, where are you doing that? And where are you putting in boundaries that are like, hey, I don't coach in the DMs. If you're interested, this is a way to work with me. Yeah, it's like, how do you handle those conversations? How do you handle charging what you truly desire to receive? Because what happens is, let's add some magic. You're constantly manifesting, right? So if you're not asking for what you want and you're asking for something else, you're telling the universe, this is what I want. And then the universe, like, here, more of this. And when you keep accepting bare minimum, the universe thinks that's what you desire and it gives you more of that. So where can you say no? Where can you say to an unaligned client to receive the most aligned client? I'd love to hear your biggest takeaways in the comments. What's moving? What's shifting? Where are you seeing the missing link for you today? What can you implement? I'd love to hear because this is not just like you're taking this in and you're going to do nothing about it. Are you ready to make a shift? Because sometimes you actually have to just decide and take the action. So before we go, I want to ask you, what would change if you stopped waiting to feel ready? What would change in your life, in your business, if you stopped waiting to feel ready? Now, I want you to reflect. What do you think is possible if you put yourself in an environment of in the ocean where you're the small fish, or where you are with fish that are actually doing the thing you want to do, where your environment is pulling you up. What would be available to you? What would be available to you if you could see the blind spots of what's blocking you? Because sometimes we can do this inventory, but the blind spot is still blind. You still can't see it. You need a coach, you need a reflection, you need a mirror. If you want to explore this further, I'm doing a very, very cheap $55 masterclass, 3 hours, where we dive into how to attract and close high quality, high ticket clients consistently throughout 2026. I'm going to give you the top secret strategies and the energetics, the subconscious repatterning, and the whole cocktail of how I was able to launch every offer successfully with these skills. And I want to share them with you because I know you have a big vision and mission for the world. And once we can tap into the superhuman abilities to life hack us through any theme of life, and I want to work with you because I know you are a healer, change maker, thought leader, and your work is needed in the world. And I want to amplify it. And you need to get paid. You need to have clients because either you need to survive or you need to practice and really master and fine tune your gifts. So, who wants some of that? All right, more information below. So much love and see you hopefully in Get Paid.